Hey guys, sorry I haven't been on lately. We were totally busy with Lucy's baptism and just getting renovations done in the house, but finally done. So today I want to talk about vacuums. And I hate when you buy a vacuum, you spend good money on it, and then after a couple of times of using it, you realize the thing is a piece of crap. Happens to me all the time, especially with the dog. We want something that's really going to pick up pet hair. And I know I did a review on the Swiffer vac maybe a month ago, which was terrible. And I have finally found something that I like. So this is the Bissell Bolt Pet. I got it from Canadian Tire. It retails for $220, but they often have it on sale for $169.99. Good thing about Canadian Tire is if you are not able to get it while it's on sale, you can always call them and ask them with the product number when it's coming back on sale. And they can tell you the exact date that it's going back on sale. Usually that's the price it will go on sale for. However, I was able to get it on sale. And I have to say, I friggin' love this vacuum. I like this so much. When my uncle was here, he was helping me with some renos. He used it, he loved it, turned around and bought one when it went on sale the next time. The one thing I like about it is it's cordless. I can take it anywhere, there's no cord. Also, it has a little lever here that you pick up. Look how compact that sucker is. Like, you can store it anywhere. This little base that it comes with stores your different attachments. And it just sits in. And when it sits in there, and you can even move that forward, when you just lift it and drop it in, it shows you here that it's fully charged. It's got a full blue strip. It's actually broken up into 3 sections, which I like because you can see how full charge it is. When it's charging the last third is blinking and the other 2/3 are solid blue, which is also nice because when you're using it, you know how much battery is left and it doesn't just die on you. With the Swiffer vac, I couldn't even get down my top floor and it would just crap out on me. This one, I have done the top floor, the bottom floor, still not charged it, done the top floor and the bottom floor again, and then I decided to put it back on the charge base just because I didn't need it and I wanted it ready for the next time, but it still hadn't died. Like, this sucker works a really long time. Another thing that I like about it is it has a little release button here, and the front of it comes off and it's a handheld. Super easy to empty. Little button on the front, comes off. You dump it. It actually says it has, I think it says it has something like 16 times more storage in here than any other vacuum like this. And then you just clip her back in there. Your on-off button is up here, and right below it, I'll show you guys, there's a little button there for the front. There is, tip it down for you. There is a rotating bristle brush here. And so you can actually turn that on and off. And also what I like is on the sides, there's these little green bristlies. So they get right into the actual crown molding so that I don't have to be frigging around with dust in corners and crevices. Comes with 3 tool attachments, and they just go on the handheld piece. This one is a pet hair attachment. It's got rubber grippies on there to scrape up pet fur. There is also this skinny attachment, which I like because it comes with a brush that attaches. So if you want to sweep anything into it, you can. And then there's also a skinny crevice tool that you would use for couches, and it actually has a little brush that detaches from it as well to scoop in. We had a cleaner come in after the renos, use my vacuum, and I don't know where that tool is right now. So I'm a little irked about it because I've been looking all over the house for it and can't find it. All these little brushy attachments stand up in this little stand. They just sit right in there. The base itself is super, super tiny. You just plug that in. You can really store it just about anywhere. I mean, this vacuum is the most lightweight vacuum I think I've ever seen. And just put that in. And the one thing I do really like about it also is it swivels just like one of those Dyson, the Dyson ball ones. So I'm just gonna tilt the camera down here for a second. And you can see how it swivels. It almost lays it pretty well lays flat on the ground. And you can, pretty well lays flat on the ground, and you can still have it running and it doesn't lift off. I know that getting under tables and chairs and things, when you want to lay it down flat to get underneath, oftentimes you'll have the head of the vacuum lift up because of the bulk of the backside of it, and you don't have that problem with this, which I really, really like. So I'm going to turn it on so you can hear how loud it is. It's not very loud at all. So that's the sound of it with the rotating bristle. There, turn the bristle off and it's a little bit quieter. Back on again. So, super lightweight, stores the most ridiculous compact vacuum I've ever seen. I mean, look at this thing. It's just ridiculous how easy it is to put away. You can put it in a cupboard, in a closet. I often just leave mine plugged in and have it charged so it's ready to go for me. But it fits in my medicine cabinet that I have in the hall that I keep my broom and dustpan in. I gotta say, it's totally worth $169.99. It's totally worth the $220 that it is full price. But the most amazing vacuum. I haven't had one problem with it yet. I really haven't found one downfall. It's super easy to empty. I don't have to get my fingers in and start pulling out things, because there's nothing worse than getting everything clean on your floor, your canister's full, and often if they have the cyclone in the center, your like pet hair and things like that will get stuck up in, and you got to try and fit your fingers in there after you've dumped the whole thing and try and move around and pull things out to get them down so you can empty it. Otherwise, like, pet hair gets stuck up on top. Most ridiculous thing, like the bane of my existence, is vacuums. I really, really hate vacuums. But I love this vacuum. I love it so much. I think everybody should own one. I think it's fantastic. Like, ridiculously good. This one here, there's a couple of different Bissell bolts. This one here, the green one, is specifically for pet. It picks up dog hair. It picks up gyprock. It picks up dust. It picks up sparkles, which are ridiculous to pick up. I'm telling you, glitter is impossible. You know, like, let's not even go there. And it picks it up. I'm telling you, this thing is a godsend. The Bissell people have hit the nail on the head and figured out everything that has been wrong with vacuuming thus far. Originally, I had wanted one of the Dyson cordless ones because I hate having to pull my furniture out, and then you're going too far and then the cord comes out of the wall. And in my foyer space, there's only one plug, and it's behind a big bench that I have for sitting to put your shoes on and things, and there's storage underneath it. That thing is heavy and it's big, and it's awkward to pull it out, get behind it, and plug it in. It's just ridiculous. I love cordless. So originally I was going to go with the Dyson, and The Dyson has a very good name. I'm still interested in trying one. However, I'm totally satisfied right now with this one. It's like a fraction of the cost. The Dyson one is something like $600, and it's fancy schmancy, and it's purple, which I love, but the charge on it is not very long. It says it only has about, at least the one I was looking at said it was only about 20 to 30 minutes of charge, and the actual capacity on it is not near as big as this one for storage of debris, and it's like $600. Telling you, like, the Dyson ones are super, super expensive, and granted, they probably are because they're amazing. You know, I'm not gonna discount them in any way, but if anybody out there is looking for a reasonably priced, functioning pet vacuum, and I've even used this in the car. Car fabric is ridiculous to get pet hair out of. I have used this in the car. It's great. It's nice to be able to not have a dust buster and a vacuum. Just pull that front piece out. You can take it to the car. You can take it anywhere. You could, if you have a camp, you can fold this up, throw it in your trunk, and take it wherever you want, and bring it back, and then plug it into, like, put it on the charging base to charge it for the next time, or take the charging base with you. Everything is ridiculously light on this thing. It's the most compact vacuum I think I've ever seen. And I have tried canister vacuums. I don't like canister vacuums at all. You're lugging the big canister behind you going with the hose, and you're lugging that thing behind you, and then you've got your cord tethering you to the wall. It's just crazy. The vacuum I had before this was an upright canister, which is heavy, easier to move than the canister one, with the big ball that you lug behind. It's much easier with the upright, I have to say, but you're still tethered to the wall, and emptying it is a pain in the butt. Picking all that dirt out. You've just cleaned your house. Now you're gonna get your hands inside this filthy vacuum that you don't know what's in there, that you've just picked up off your floor, and still does not, let me remind you, those canister vacuums and the upright vacuums do not get into corners like you expect them to, because there's no bristles on the side, and the heads of them are quite bulky. You can't lay them down and vacuum underneath things. So you usually then have to take the piece off, disconnect the nozzle from the bottom, put the attachment on, go back to work, plug it back on the bottom, and then reattach the attachment if it attaches, or store it back in your storage closet where you keep it. Seems like a lot of work, right, guys? Seems like a lot of work. So after all the testing, I've tried it on just about any material you can think of. Hair, dog fur, sparkles, gyprock, dust. I mean, we had these doorways here used to be archways, and now they're squared off. So there was so much dust in this house, it's not even funny. I'm telling you, this vacuum does it all. $169.99 on sale at Canadian Tire. Amazing. Worth every friggin' penny, I'm telling you. It's called the Bissell Bolt Pet. You will know it's the pet one because it is nice and green. Comes with a lot of stickers on it. There's a little paw print, Bissell Bolt Pet. Telling you, it's worth every penny. And I really like that you know how much battery is left in it, because there's nothing worse than you are going through the house and say there's something you could be doing, but you don't know your battery's dying, and then it just shuts off on you, and you're like, are you kidding me? I have one room left to do. Like, one room, guys, one room. Can't you just push a little further? And then usually once they get to the state where they're dying, the suction is not near as good. So I like that it has the battery indicator on here, that I know exactly how much battery I have left. If it's low, I can pop it on the charger. I can go do something else around the house that I'm cleaning, or put something in the oven, or do a couple of dishes, come back, it's charged enough, I can do whatever I need to do. I found that from bone dry empty, it only takes this thing about an hour, hour and a half to charge the full thing from bone empty to completely full, which is way better. I'm telling you, that damn Swiffer WetJet, the Swiffer vac that I had, that sucker was on the charger for 3 to 4 hours, and I couldn't even do the top floor of my house. What are people thinking? How is that acceptable in any world? I don't know. So Bissell Bolt Pet, $169.99. Canadian Tire. If it's not on sale right now, you can call them. They will tell you. You can search the item number up on their website. They will tell you when it's coming back on sale so that you will know to get your butt down to the store to get one of these vacuums. I am telling you, money well spent. Well spent. All right. Hope this helped, guys. Cleaning is one of those things that just drives you nuts if you don't have the right tools for the trade. This is the right tool for the trade. Enjoy.